Hi, this is Lisa Crosbie, and in this short video I'm going to tell you all about Dataverse for Teams. This is the ability to create applications, workflows, chatbots in Teams, all those collaboration scenarios. You're going to be able to do so much more with them. You've got to rethink Teams here. It's not just chat, it's not just meetings. This is a fully extensible collaboration platform, and this is the tool that's going to let you do that. Best of all, included in your Teams license. So let's have a look at what you can do. We start in Teams by adding Power Apps as a Teams app. So you just go in there, search for it, find it, bring it up, and you'll end up at this lovely homepage now for Teams and Power Apps. You can create your own app. You can also choose from some apps that have been provided for you to get started, to see what's possible. Those goes across all industries. I'd really encourage you to have a look at those. But for this video, I'm just going to take you through the basics of how all of this works and how to put the pieces together without getting too fancy. So first thing we do is create an app, and this is going to take us into the Power Apps Canvas App Studio, which is now inside Teams. So what we've got in the background there, you'll see some components are sort of pre-built in there. The idea of this is that we are building with drag and drop components. We're building with formulas that look like Excel. We're going to be able to put a really, lovely front face on this design however we want. Park that idea for a second. The first thing we're going to do is explore Dataverse for Teams, which is the ability to create a relational database with rich data types all inside Teams. Now, typically, this is a scenario here I'm working with where perhaps the team, needs to collect requests for office supplies, new office supplies and things. And you would normally just go put that in a spreadsheet somewhere, but then who's got the spreadsheet? Where is it? Can't find it. Who's got access? All of those kinds of things. So the idea here is that we're bringing this data table, creating this data table in the place where you're already working every day, where you're already collaborating. And you'll see here this user experience. I'm creating a table. I'm adding columns. It's really not any harder than working with Excel. It's a pretty nice, clean user interface. We're not kind of getting into any complex database building type things. We've got different types of columns that we can add here. So I've added a column for a date. I've added a column for a number. This one is a set of choices. So that will result in like a drop-down menu. And you'll see here that, you can also edit it. Can move that along a bit if I don't like where I've put it, and bam, I created my first data table. So let's go ahead and put some data in there, just so that when we go back to constructing the app, we've got something to look at. You'll see as I go through and add my information, the experience is slightly different depending on the type of column that I've set up. So you'll see there, the choices column gives me something different. The date column will give me a date picker to work on, and so forth. So we'll just skip ahead with the magic of video editing, and you'll see some extra data added there. And now when we go back to the Canvas App Studio, look at this. It's now automatically refreshed with the data that I've just created. You can see down the side there the name of my app and so on. Now, this is actually a relational database. This is built on the same platform that sits underneath the full Power Apps and Dynamics 365. So you are actually getting something here that allows you to have proper relationships between your data tables, rich data types. You can handle up to like 1 million rows in here. So you can build out something very kind of comprehensive. I'm doing something nice and straightforward here. But what I'm doing here is creating another table. So this is the suppliers that we buy stuff from, and I want to create a relationship between, those orders, and perhaps link them up to the preferred supplier that we want to buy from. An example there of also being able to create like a toggle yes/no field, just to show you something else different. So quite a lot of richness in the data types that are in there. And as I said, this is a light version of the main Dataverse being the new name for what was formerly known as the Common Data Service. So you're getting something here that is built on an absolutely sort of comprehensive platform underneath. All right, so now what we're going to do is link up those two tables. So go back to the first one, edit in, and what I'm going to do this time is create what's called a lookup field, which enables us to link those two things together. So we'll pop our supplier in there, and then you'll see if I choose lookup, I'm able to go and find a related table. There's a bunch of standard ones in there. Find the one that I have just created, then we'll pop that in. And now I can go ahead and choose from the values from that other related table that I did before. So this is where we start to get to something more sophisticated than what you can do with Excel, but honestly, not terribly hard to put together. All right, I think we're good to go. Let's have a look at what we can do now with the front-end data entry experience. Obviously, you can use that, but the idea here is that now you can create a custom front-end user experience, and you'll see it sort of partly built this thing for me. Doesn't look so great, so let's just muck around with this a little bit here. So the first thing I might do here is change that to be 1 column instead of 3. Now, all of the things I'm doing here, this is basically working with Canvas apps, and there's heaps of information around on Canvas apps and what you can do with them. I'm just going to go in and just muck around with a few things here to give you an idea of colors and fonts and things, but I can also move components around the screen. We'll just pop that out so you can see these are all the different components in the app, but I can actually move those around, make them smaller, bigger, resize them. I could actually delete everything that was there in that template and start again completely from scratch if I wanted to. And I'll be doing plenty more content coming on how to make apps look fancy. For now, I'm not winning any design awards. I just want to kind of give you a sense of the fact that you can edit this thing and you can change it. So let's go ahead and click save. And then we've just got our single button here to click to say publish that to Teams. So then the next step is just to go through and choose which team you want to add it to, because what's going to happen is this will become a tab inside Teams where you can access that data underneath, create new records and so on. So we're going to go in here and say, yes, I'd like to add it to the Office admin team. You can see there's the name of my app, save and close. Now, again, I'm still in, do you notice I haven't left Teams at all? Looks like Power Apps. It is Power Apps. It's inside the Teams environment, haven't left there. So now I can just go back to my menu on the side, go back into my team, and you'll see at the top there we have my Office supply requests, which I've just created, and we'll give that a second to pop up, and there we go. Look at that. So now I can go ahead and use this thing. So here's our collaboration scenario, right? Instead of saying, hey team, next time you need to request something for office supplies, go find this spreadsheet in this shared folder or email this person or whatever. We can just have it here where people are already working. Nice, easy experience. They say, yep, let's create a new record. I can go in and do that. You'll see the data entry experience matches what we were doing before with the different data types. I could submit that and it pops up on the left there. So super simple, and as I said, I'll give you a peek at the end of the pre-built apps. You can get very, very sophisticated with the design of these things, but you're building the whole thing in there. Now, we've also got the other Power Platform tools available in Teams as well. So just as a quick overview here, we've got Power Automate. So I can bring this in and I can build automations, notifications. We're going to have approvals, working in here as well. So this is a lighter designer than the full Power Automate designer. Lots of templates. Templates are a great way to get started. Lots of different templates there that work particularly with Teams as well. And the other piece we've got, one of my favorites, Power Virtual Agents. So you can create a chatbot inside Teams. This is for your internal use cases, things like, frequently asked questions, HR, IT support, those kinds of things. Again, included in your Teams license, build inside Teams. So really exciting stuff. And just to finish off, this is an example of one of the pre-built apps that you can deploy. This is the Employee Ideas app. You'll see here, very rich kind of graphics and visualizations and colors and cool things in there. So that gives you a better idea of where you can go. But you'll see the concept is the same as what we built with our basic app there, with a lot more fancy stuff built in. So there you have it. Dataverse in Teams, Teams and Power Platform. Go for it. Have fun.